Airport security can check your phone. Delete these 5 things. Before you head to the airport, there's something most travelers never think about. Your phone could be inspected during security or border screening. In recent years, digital searches at airports have become more common, and many travelers are being delayed, questioned, or even denied entry because of content stored on their devices. What surprises most people is that it's often not illegal activity that causes problems, but misunderstood messages, suspicious files, hidden apps, or content that may violate another country's laws. Your phone holds your personal conversations, photos, documents, and downloads. And if security officers request to inspect it, anything stored on your device could raise questions. The good news is that simple preparation can reduce your risk and help you travel with confidence. In this video, we'll reveal 5 things you should consider removing from your phone before flying, explain when airport security can check your device, and share smart travel tips that can help you avoid delays and protect your privacy while traveling. Tip 1. Shocking airport phone search reality. Air travel has always involved security checks, but in recent years, a new and often unexpected concern has started catching travelers off guard. Airport authorities examining personal electronic devices, including smartphones. For many travelers, a phone is more than just a communication tool. It contains personal photos, private messages, financial apps, travel documents, and sensitive information that reflects nearly every part of daily life. The idea that this device could be reviewed during travel is surprising to many people, yet it is becoming an increasing reality in modern airport security procedures. Across the world, security agencies are expanding digital screening as part of broader safety and border protection efforts. While physical luggage inspections remain common, electronic devices now represent another layer of security focus. Officers may look for information related to travel verification, identity confirmation, or safety concerns. These inspections do not happen to every traveler, but when they do occur, they can lead to delays, questioning, or additional screening that many passengers are unprepared for. One of the most shocking aspects for travelers is how easily routine travel can shift into a secondary screening situation. A traveler might be selected randomly, flagged due to travel patterns, or simply chosen for additional verification. Once selected, officers may request access to devices such as phones, tablets, or laptops. For travelers who are unaware this can happen, the experience can feel stressful and confusing, especially if they do not understand what officers are looking for or why their device is being reviewed. Many travelers assume inspections only target suspicious individuals or criminal activity, but the reality is often more complex. Security agencies focus on identifying risks, and digital devices can contain information that may raise questions even when there is no harmful intent. Misunderstood messages, unfamiliar apps, large collections of downloaded files, or content that violates regulations in certain destinations can all trigger further inspection. In many cases, travelers are surprised to learn that something they considered harmless may appear questionable when reviewed in a security context. Another factor contributing to the rise in phone inspections is advancing technology. Modern airport scanning systems and digital screening procedures allow officers to detect electronic anomalies and request further examination when necessary. As airports continue upgrading security systems, inspections are becoming more detailed and efficient. While these advancements are designed to improve overall travel safety, they also mean travelers need to be more aware of what they carry digitally, not just physically. International travel presents additional challenges. Different countries have different laws, cultural expectations, and digital restrictions. Content that is completely acceptable in one country may raise serious concerns in another. Certain apps, media, or communications may violate local regulations, leading to complications during entry inspections. Travelers who do not research destination rules beforehand may unknowingly carry content that creates unexpected delays or questioning during immigration checks. For frequent travelers, business professionals, and seniors who may carry sensitive documents or personal data, understanding these digital screening realities is especially important. Business travelers often store confidential files, contracts, or corporate data on their devices. Personal travelers may store private conversations, travel confirmations, or personal photos. In either case, organizing and preparing devices before travel can reduce unnecessary complications during security checks. It is also important to understand that phone inspections are typically part of broader security procedures rather than personal investigations. Officers are trained to follow protocols designed to ensure safety and verify traveler information. Most screenings are completed quickly when devices appear organized and do not raise security concerns. Travelers who remain calm, cooperative, and prepared often move through the process more smoothly. Awareness is the most effective tool travelers have. Understanding that phone inspections can happen allows travelers to prepare in advance by organizing files, removing unnecessary downloads, and reviewing apps or content that might raise questions. Preparation does not mean travelers must remove personal information, but it encourages responsible digital organization that aligns with modern travel security expectations. As air travel continues evolving, digital security is becoming just as important as physical packing. Travelers who stay informed about changing security trends can protect their privacy, avoid delays, and travel with greater confidence. Recognizing the growing role of digital screening is the first step toward ensuring that a simple phone does not become an unexpected obstacle during an otherwise smooth and enjoyable journey. Tip 2. When airport security is allowed to check your phone. Airport security procedures are designed to protect passengers, aircraft, and national borders, and in today's digital age, those procedures sometimes include electronic devices like smartphones. However, many travelers are confused about when airport authorities are actually allowed to check a phone and what situations might lead to that type of inspection. Understanding these circumstances can help travelers feel more prepared and less anxious if they ever face additional screening during a trip. It's important to begin by understanding that airport security is divided into different agencies with different responsibilities. In many countries, transportation security agencies focus primarily on physical safety threats, such as weapons, explosives, or dangerous materials. Their main role is to ensure that prohibited items are not carried onto aircraft. In most routine screenings, officers are not actively searching phone content. Instead, their focus is on detecting objects that could pose immediate safety risks. However, situations can change if a traveler is selected for additional or secondary screening. Secondary screening can happen for many reasons, including random selection, travel pattern reviews, or alerts triggered during baggage scanning. During this process, security officers may ask questions about travel plans, belongings, or electronic devices. In certain cases, travelers may be asked to power on a device to confirm it is a functioning personal electronic item and not a concealed threat. This type of request is typically focused on device verification rather than reviewing personal data. The rules surrounding phone inspections often become more complex during international travel, especially at border control or customs checkpoints. Border authorities in many countries have broader inspection powers than standard airport security officers. Their responsibilities include verifying traveler identity, ensuring compliance with immigration laws, and protecting national security. Because smartphones often contain travel history, communications, and stored documents, they can sometimes become part of border inspections. Border inspections may involve reviewing device ownership, verifying that the traveler matches their identification, or confirming information related to travel intentions. These inspections are usually conducted when officers need additional clarity about a traveler's background, destination purpose, or eligibility for entry. While not every traveler experiences these checks, they are legally permitted in many regions and are often conducted as part of broader security and immigration procedures. Domestic travel generally involves fewer digital inspections compared to international travel. Within a single country, Airport security typically focuses on physical safety screening rather than immigration enforcement. However, certain situations may still lead to additional questions about electronic devices, particularly if an item appears unusual during scanning or if further verification is needed for safety reasons. Travelers may be asked to demonstrate that a device functions normally by powering it on or unlocking it. Another important factor is traveler cooperation during inspections. Security officers are trained to follow specific protocols designed to protect safety and confirm traveler identity. When additional screening occurs, officers may ask travelers to provide access to devices or answer questions related to travel plans. While policies vary between countries, refusing requests for verification may sometimes lead to longer screening processes, additional questioning, or travel delays. Remaining calm and respectful during interactions often helps inspections move more smoothly. Travelers should also understand that airport inspections are typically focused on risk assessment rather than personal investigation. Officers are not usually reviewing devices out of curiosity, but rather following established procedures to verify safety and compliance. Most inspections are brief and resolved quickly when devices appear organized and travelers provide clear answers about their travel purpose and belongings. Preparation plays a major role in reducing complications. Keeping devices charged, ensuring they can be powered on quickly, and organizing files or apps can help travelers avoid delays during inspections. Devices that cannot be powered on may raise additional concerns because officers may need to confirm they are legitimate personal electronics rather than concealed threats. International travelers should also research entry policies for their destination country, as inspection authority and procedures can vary significantly. Some countries enforce stricter digital screening rules, while others rarely inspect personal devices. Understanding these differences allows travelers to prepare accordingly and avoid unexpected situations at border checkpoints. Ultimately, phone inspections remain relatively uncommon for most travelers, but awareness is essential. As travel security continues evolving, digital devices are becoming an important part of verification and safety processes. Travelers who understand when inspections may occur and why authorities request access to devices are better prepared to navigate airport security confidently. Staying informed helps ensure that digital devices remain a helpful travel tool rather than a source of unexpected travel complications. Tip 3. Suspicious downloaded files that raise red flags. Modern smartphones allow travelers to carry thousands of files in their pocket, from travel documents and entertainment downloads to work presentations and archived messages. While most of these files are harmless, certain types of downloaded content can raise unexpected red flags during airport or border inspections. Many travelers don't realize that stored files, especially those downloaded from unknown sources, can sometimes appear suspicious to security authorities and lead to additional screening or questioning. One of the most common triggers involves large collections of unknown or encrypted files. Security officers are trained to notice unusual digital storage patterns. If a device contains folders filled with unidentified downloads, compressed files, or encrypted archives with unclear labeling, it may attract attention. These types of files can appear unusual because they may hide content or prevent quick identification of what is stored inside. While encryption is often used for privacy and security, excessive or unexplained encrypted files can sometimes prompt additional questions during inspections. Another potential red flag involves pirated or illegally downloaded content. Movies, software, music, or applications downloaded from unofficial or unauthorized websites can raise concerns. In some countries, possession of pirated material is treated as a serious legal issue, and authorities may take enforcement seriously during border entry screenings. Travelers may not always realize that content downloaded casually at home could violate copyright laws in another country, creating unexpected legal or travel complications. Files related to restricted or prohibited material can also trigger serious scrutiny. Different countries have strict regulations regarding certain types of media, documents, or publications. Content considered acceptable in one country may be restricted or illegal in another due to cultural, political, or legal differences. Travelers carrying controversial documents, sensitive research files, or restricted publications may be questioned about the purpose and origin of those materials during inspections. Another area that often surprises travelers involves files downloaded from messaging platforms or social media. Many people receive forwarded videos, memes, documents, or compressed folders without reviewing their contents carefully. These files can accumulate over time, especially in group chats or business communication apps. During device inspections, unfamiliar or suspicious-looking files stored in download folders or messaging archives can raise questions, even if the traveler was unaware of their presence. Work-related files can also create complications if they contain confidential or restricted corporate data. Business travelers frequently store contracts, internal reports, or proprietary company documents on their phones for convenience. While these files are legitimate, they can attract attention during inspections if their purpose is unclear or if they appear sensitive in nature. Some companies also have strict rules about transporting corporate data internationally, and travelers may unknowingly violate company policies by carrying certain files across borders. Another overlooked issue involves executable or software installation files downloaded from unofficial sources. These files can appear suspicious because they may contain malware or unauthorized software tools. Security authorities are trained to monitor digital threats, and unfamiliar installation packages or system modification tools may prompt additional inspection. Even if the traveler downloaded the file for personal use or troubleshooting, it may still raise concerns if its purpose cannot be clearly explained. Travelers can significantly reduce these risks by organizing and reviewing downloaded content before traveling. Removing unnecessary files, deleting old downloads from unknown sources, and labeling important documents clearly can help devices appear organized and transparent during inspections. Cloud storage can also serve as a safer alternative for storing large or sensitive files that do not need to remain directly on the device during travel. It is also wise for travelers to review local regulations at their destination. Understanding what types of digital content may be restricted or sensitive allows travelers to make informed decisions about what to keep or remove before departure. Many travel complications occur simply because travelers are unaware that certain files may violate another country's regulations. Ultimately, suspicious downloaded files often create problems not because they are intentionally harmful, but because they appear unclear or unfamiliar during security inspections. Travelers who maintain organized devices, review downloads regularly, and stay informed about international regulations are far less likely to experience delays or questioning related to digital content. Preparing digital files with the same care as packing luggage ensures smoother travel experiences and helps protect both privacy and convenience throughout the journey. Tip 4. Sensitive documents, password lists, and private data risks. Smartphones have quietly replaced wallets, filing cabinets, and even safes for many travelers. Boarding passes, banking apps, medical records, travel itineraries, business contracts, and personal identification are often stored in one convenient device. While this makes travel easier, it also creates a hidden risk many travelers overlook. Sensitive documents, password lists, and private data stored on a phone can raise serious concerns during airport or border inspections, and in some situations, they can expose travelers to privacy or security complications. One of the biggest risks involves storing scanned copies or photos of personal identification. Many travelers keep digital copies of passports, driver's licenses, visas, or residency documents for backup purposes. While this can be helpful in emergencies, storing multiple identification documents without proper organization or protection can sometimes attract attention during inspections. Officers reviewing a device may question why certain identification documents are stored or whether they relate to travel eligibility, identity verification, or residency status. Another major concern involves password lists and login credentials saved in Notes apps, screenshots, or unprotected files. Some travelers store banking passwords, email login details, or travel account credentials in simple text notes for convenience. While this may seem practical, it creates a significant privacy and security risk. If a device is inspected or temporarily handled during screening, exposed login information could place personal finances, travel accounts, or sensitive communications at risk. Even beyond inspections, unprotected password lists increase vulnerability if a phone is lost or stolen during travel. Business travelers face additional risks when carrying confidential work documents. Corporate reports, client contracts, proprietary research, or internal communications may be stored on mobile devices for convenience during business trips. However, some countries have strict rules about transporting corporate or technical data across borders. Security or customs officers reviewing files may ask questions about document ownership, business purpose, or authorization to carry sensitive company materials. In certain cases, travelers may unintentionally violate company policies or local regulations simply by storing confidential work files on personal devices. Medical records and insurance documents can also present privacy challenges. Travelers often store vaccination records, prescription details, or medical histories to prepare for emergencies abroad. While these documents are important for safety, they also contain highly sensitive personal information. If these files are easily accessible or poorly labeled, they can expose private health details during inspections or device handling, potentially creating discomfort or privacy concerns for travelers. Financial records and tax documents represent another overlooked risk. Some travelers keep banking statements, investment reports, or tax records stored in download folders or photo galleries. These documents contain detailed financial information that could create privacy concerns if accessed during inspections. While authorities are typically focused on safety and verification, unnecessary financial records stored on a device can complicate screening if they raise questions about financial activity or travel funding sources. Travelers also frequently overlook the risks of screenshots. Boarding passes, confirmation emails, payment receipts, or login details are often captured as screenshots for quick access. Over time, these images can accumulate alongside unrelated or sensitive content in photo galleries. During inspections, scrolling through unorganized image folders can expose private communications, account details, or confidential documents unintentionally. Protecting private data begins with organization and preparation. Travelers should review devices before departure and remove unnecessary sensitive files. Password managers provide a far safer alternative to storing login details in notes or screenshots. These tools encrypt information and allow travelers to access accounts securely without exposing credentials. Cloud storage services can also help by storing sensitive documents securely online rather than directly on the device, allowing access only when needed. Another effective strategy is using secure folders or encrypted storage features built into many smartphones. These tools allow travelers to protect private documents, medical records, or financial data with additional security layers. Keeping devices locked with strong passcodes or biometric authentication also adds protection during inspections and general travel. Ultimately, smartphones are powerful travel tools, but they also carry large amounts of private information that requires careful management. Sensitive documents, password lists, and personal data can create unexpected risks when stored carelessly. Travelers who take time to organize and protect their digital information reduce privacy exposure, avoid unnecessary screening complications, and travel with greater peace of mind. As airport security continues evolving, protecting digital data is becoming just as important as safeguarding physical belongings during any journey. Tip 5. Messages, photos, and media that can be misinterpreted. Smartphones store thousands of personal moments, conversations, and shared media files, making them one of the most revealing items travelers carry. While most messages, photos, and videos are completely harmless, Certain types of digital content can easily be misunderstood during airport or border inspections. Misinterpretation is one of the most common reasons travelers experience delays, additional questioning, or extended screening, often because private jokes, casual messages, or shared media appear suspicious when viewed out of context. Text messages and group chats are among the most frequently misunderstood forms of digital content. Friends and family often use humor, sarcasm, or exaggerated language in everyday conversations. Phrases that seem funny or harmless among close contacts can appear alarming when read by someone unfamiliar with the context. Slang terms, joking references to prohibited items, or dramatic expressions can raise questions if they appear to suggest security risks even when no real threat exists. Messaging apps also store long conversation histories, which may include forwarded content, memes, or shared media that travelers may not even remember receiving. Photos can also create unexpected complications. Travelers frequently capture images of airports, transportation hubs, travel documents, or public infrastructure during trips. While photography is generally permitted in many public spaces, certain images can raise concerns depending on location and content. Photos showing restricted areas, security checkpoints, or government facilities may attract attention during inspections. Even casual vacation photos taken near sensitive locations can sometimes be misinterpreted if authorities believe the images involve protected infrastructure or restricted zones. Social media content is another area that can be easily misunderstood. Travelers often save screenshots of posts, conversations, or shared media for later viewing. These screenshots may include political discussions, controversial opinions, or humorous content shared among friends. However, content that appears harmless in one cultural or social environment may raise concerns in another, especially in countries with strict digital or political regulations. Authorities reviewing saved media may not understand the context behind certain posts, leading to additional questioning. Videos and downloaded media files can also present challenges. Travelers commonly store entertainment downloads, travel recordings, or shared videos received through messaging apps. Some videos may include dramatic content, pranks, or scenes involving imitation weapons or staged scenarios. Without proper context, these videos may appear suspicious or inappropriate during device inspections. Additionally, media files shared through social networks or group chats may contain unknown or sensitive content that travelers have not reviewed carefully. Another often overlooked risk involves edited or altered media. Photo editing apps and video effects allow users to create humorous or dramatic visuals that may appear realistic at first glance. Edited images showing altered travel documents, simulated emergency situations, or staged scenes can easily be misunderstood during inspections. Even if created purely for entertainment, altered media may trigger concerns if authorities believe it represents genuine or deceptive content. Language barriers can further increase the risk of misinterpretation. Messages written in slang, regional expressions, or coded language may be difficult for inspectors to understand. Automated translation tools may not capture humor, sarcasm, or cultural nuances accurately, which can make harmless conversations appear suspicious. Travelers communicating in multiple languages may unknowingly store messages that become confusing or concerning when translated without context. Travelers can significantly reduce these risks by reviewing messages, photos, and stored media before traveling. Deleting unnecessary or outdated conversations, removing questionable screenshots, and organizing photo galleries can help devices appear more transparent and professional during inspections. Travelers should also review downloads and shared files from messaging apps, ensuring they are familiar with the content stored on their devices. Cloud storage services can provide additional protection by storing personal media online rather than directly on the phone. This allows travelers to access important content when needed without keeping large collections of private files on their device during travel. Keeping messaging apps organized and archiving older conversations can also help reduce clutter and minimize potential misunderstandings. Ultimately, messages, photos, and media files often reflect personal memories and social interactions, but they can also be misunderstood when viewed outside their intended context. Travelers who take time to review and organize digital content before traveling are far less likely to face delays or questioning during security inspections. Being mindful of how digital content might appear to others helps travelers protect their privacy, avoid unnecessary complications, and enjoy smoother, more confident travel experiences. Tip 6. Country-specific digital content restrictions. International travel involves more than packing the right clothes or carrying the correct documents. In today's digital world, travelers must also consider the content stored on their electronic devices. One of the most overlooked travel risks involves country-specific digital content restrictions. Different nations enforce different laws regarding what types of digital material travelers are allowed to possess or access, and failing to understand these rules can lead to delays, questioning, device confiscation, fines, or even denied entry. Many travelers assume that if content is legal in their home country, it will automatically be acceptable everywhere else. Unfortunately, that is not always the case. Governments around the world regulate digital content based on cultural standards, national security concerns, political policies, and legal frameworks. This means photos, videos, publications, apps, or communication content that seems harmless to one traveler may raise serious legal concerns in another country. Political content is one of the most sensitive categories. Some countries have strict regulations regarding political discussions, protest-related media, or content critical of government institutions. Travelers carrying politically sensitive material, even if it was shared casually through social media or messaging apps, may face additional questioning during border inspections. In certain destinations, authorities may closely monitor political media to prevent the spread of content considered destabilizing or unlawful under local regulations. Religious and cultural content can also fall under strict rules in certain regions. Some countries regulate materials that conflict with cultural values or religious standards. Media, publications, or digital communications that challenge local traditions or social expectations may attract attention during inspections. Travelers who unknowingly carry content that conflicts with local cultural policies may experience screening delays or entry complications. Entertainment and media restrictions are another major factor travelers often overlook. Certain movies, music, or online publications may be banned or restricted in specific countries due to content guidelines or censorship regulations. Downloaded films or digital books stored on a device may be reviewed during inspections if authorities suspect they violate local media laws. Travelers who frequently download entertainment for flights should be especially cautious and research local restrictions before traveling internationally. Another growing concern involves app restrictions. Some countries limit or prohibit specific social media platforms, communication apps, or virtual private network services. Authorities may monitor devices for restricted apps or require travelers to remove them before entry. While these rules vary widely, travelers carrying prohibited apps may face additional questioning or be asked to comply with local digital regulations. Understanding which apps are restricted or monitored at your destination helps prevent unexpected complications. Photography and media involving restricted locations can also create problems. Some countries enforce strict rules regarding images of government buildings, military facilities, transportation hubs, or security checkpoints. Travelers who unknowingly store such images or videos may face questioning during device inspections. Even photos taken during past trips or shared through messaging platforms can attract attention if they involve restricted infrastructure or sensitive locations. Professional travelers and journalists face additional challenges when carrying research, reports, or interview recordings. Some countries regulate information related to media coverage, academic research, or political analysis. Travelers transporting professional digital material may need documentation, verifying their work purpose or authorization to carry certain files across borders. Without proper explanation, authorities may question the nature of stored digital content. Preparation is the most effective way to avoid complications related to country-specific digital restrictions. Travelers should research digital content laws for their destination before departure. Government travel websites, embassy resources, and international travel advisories often provide valuable information about restricted media, apps, and communication platforms. Understanding these rules allows travelers to make informed decisions about what content to store or remove before travel. Organizing devices also plays an important role. Removing unnecessary downloads, reviewing stored media, and keeping essential travel documents clearly labeled can help devices appear organized and reduce inspection concerns. Cloud storage services can provide safe alternatives for storing sensitive or questionable files that travelers do not need immediate access to during travel. Ultimately, international travel now requires awareness of both physical and digital belongings. Country-specific digital content restrictions reflect the unique legal and cultural policies of each destination. Travelers who research local regulations, manage digital content carefully, and remain respectful of international laws are far less likely to face complications during border inspections. Staying informed ensures smoother travel experiences and helps travelers protect both their privacy and their ability to enter new destinations without unexpected delays. Tip 7. Hidden apps and phone privacy. Preparation tips. Hidden apps and private storage features have become increasingly popular as smartphones store more personal information than ever before. Many travelers use vault apps, private photo lockers, encrypted messaging tools, and hidden folders to protect sensitive content. While these tools are designed to enhance privacy and security, they can sometimes trigger additional scrutiny during airport or border inspections. Security officers are trained to identify unusual software behavior, concealed storage systems, or applications designed to hide data, and these can raise questions during digital device screenings. Hidden apps are typically designed to disguise or lock away private photos, videos, documents, or messages. Some vault apps appear as calculators, note-taking apps, or simple utilities, but open secret storage areas when a passcode is entered. While these apps are legal in most places, they can appear suspicious during inspections because they are intentionally designed to conceal information. When security officers encounter apps that appear disguised or contain hidden storage, they may request clarification about their purpose or ask travelers to unlock them. Encrypted messaging applications also receive increased attention during inspections. Many travelers use secure messaging platforms to protect private conversations or business communications. These apps are commonly used for legitimate purposes, including protecting personal data from cyber threats. However, heavily encrypted apps, or those designed to delete messages automatically, may raise additional questions, because security officers may interpret them as attempts to hide communication history. Hidden photo folders and secure cloud storage apps can also trigger interest during inspections. Modern smartphones allow users to hide photo albums, lock document folders, or store files in password-protected cloud accounts. While these features are designed to protect personal privacy, hidden storage may appear unusual if officers are conducting a thorough device review. Travelers may be asked to explain hidden albums or secure storage tools, especially if the device appears to contain large amounts of concealed data. Another common concern involves app cloning or dual app systems. Some smartphones allow users to run multiple versions of the same application, such as maintaining two separate messaging accounts or social media profiles. While these features are often used for work-life separation or international communication, they can appear unusual if security officers notice duplicate apps or accounts during inspections. Officers may ask travelers to explain why duplicate applications are installed and how they are used. Travelers can take several steps to prepare their devices while still maintaining reasonable privacy. One of the most effective strategies is reviewing installed apps before traveling. Removing unused vault apps, outdated storage tools, or unfamiliar applications can reduce unnecessary attention during screenings. Travelers should ensure that all installed apps serve a clear and legitimate purpose that can be easily explained if questioned. Organizing digital storage can also improve transparency. Travelers should review hidden photo folders, private document storage, and encrypted messaging apps to ensure they understand exactly what content is stored inside them. Removing outdated files, duplicate media, or unnecessary private content can help simplify device organization and reduce potential confusion during inspections. Using secure cloud storage rather than local hidden storage can provide an additional layer of convenience and security. By storing sensitive files online, travelers can access important information when needed without carrying large amounts of private content directly on their device. Cloud storage also allows travelers to temporarily remove sensitive files from their phone before traveling while maintaining access to them through secure login methods. Another helpful preparation step involves updating device software and applications before travel. Updated devices are less likely to contain security vulnerabilities or outdated apps that may appear suspicious. Travelers should also ensure their devices are functioning properly, as malfunctioning apps or corrupted storage systems can create unnecessary complications during inspections. Maintaining simple and organized phone layouts can also help travelers navigate screenings smoothly. Clearly labeled apps, organized folders, and visible storage systems create a transparent device structure that is easier to review if requested. Travelers should avoid installing apps designed specifically to disguise or hide content, as these applications often attract additional scrutiny. Privacy preparation does not require travelers to remove all personal content from their devices. Instead, it involves thoughtful organization, clear understanding of installed apps, and responsible management of stored data. Travelers who maintain organized and transparent devices are far less likely to encounter extended inspections or misunderstandings during security screenings. As digital privacy tools continue to evolve, security agencies are also improving their ability to detect concealed storage and hidden software systems. Understanding how these technologies interact allows travelers to balance personal privacy with smooth travel experiences. Preparing smartphones responsibly helps travelers protect their data while avoiding unnecessary delays, ensuring their journey begins with confidence and peace of mind. As we wrap up, it's clear that traveling with a smartphone today is about far more than convenience. It's about preparation, awareness, and protecting both your privacy and your journey. From suspicious downloads to sensitive documents, hidden apps, and country-specific content rules, the risks of carrying unorganized digital files are real. One small oversight, whether it's an old screenshot, an encrypted folder, or a misunderstood message, can result in delays, questioning, or even confiscation during airport or border inspections. The key takeaway is that preparation is everything. Organize your files, review apps, remove unnecessary downloads, and use secure cloud storage or password-protected tools to keep sensitive content safe. Know the regulations of your destination, understand which files or apps could be considered risky, and keep your device easily accessible and fully functional. By taking these steps, you can minimize stress, protect your privacy, and ensure smoother travel experiences. Your phone should be a tool that makes travel easier, not a source of delays or complications. Remember, awareness and preparation are your best allies when flying in 2026. Travel smart, travel safe, and keep your digital life as secure as your physical belongings. Safe journeys, and don't forget to apply these tips before your next trip.